What is up, YouTube? It's Roger, and you're back on Obsessed with the Fix. Today we have Chinese 110 four-wheeler. Picked it up for 25 bucks. It's a parts bike, but we're gonna see if we can make it not a parts bike. If we can get it running for Boo Boo. I'm looking to keep it at about 100 bucks total. That's with the cost of the bike and parts. So first thing we see, it has no carburetor and the throttle cable is missing. Alright, it's gonna need a battery, and the starter's gone. The shocks are gone. Well, I ordered the carburetor and the throttle cable, got it in there. Got these here shocks that I've had, so I guess we're pulling them from stock. So first thing we're gonna do is put these shocks on. So it was a parts bike and took the shocks off. We don't have hardware, so what I'm doing at this point, stripping hardware off of this old generator. Got some nuts and bolts here. Got a couple off already. We need 6. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright, I got the hardware. Got this here as 700-pound shock that we're going to put in the rear. I'm going to just hold it up and put it on there. Trying to hold this up and put this through. It's pretty hard. Oh yeah. We got it. Well, after some hardware battles, got it on. Now let's do the front. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. I don't think I need to film that. 2 hours later, we got the front shocks on. I got them torqued to specs. One Ooga Dooga got it. I put washers in between there so it wouldn't rattle around and make a bunch of noise. What? Now let's work on this shifter. So this shifter has no bolt in it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this plastic piece off right here. It's got 3 bolts, screws on that side, 3 on that side. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull him off. All we got to do is find a bolt for that dude. Like I said, it was a parts bike. They probably needed that. So, I'll get back when I find the bolt. I went back to the old trusty generator and found us a bolt. So let's slide him back on. We have a shifter. We got drive. Oh, that's neutral. Reverse. Yeah, it works now. We got the new starter here. Let's throw it in there and see if we can get this thing fired up. Probably got to put a carburetor on first, but you know, we'll get that done too. That goes like that. What you see in the video is I just bolted the starter up. I thought that's how it went, but it's not. There's a chain in there. So I had to take this cover off with these 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. I had to take that whole cover off right here, pull it back, put that on, and put the chain around the starter. So I didn't film that, but that's what I had to do. Next, we're gonna put this carburetor on there. Carburetor. Had to go steal some hardware off of that old generator again. We got it done. You look from that side, and I'm gonna work from this side. See how that works. Think that'll work out all right? Let's try it. I got the starter on, got the carburetor on, got the throttle cable hooked up. It still won't run. So we're gonna check the timing. I'm gonna take this here cover off and that cover off, and we're gonna check the timing marks. All right, so in order to get that cover off of there, that inspection cover, to look at the timing marks, we've got to take this here bolt loose. So, let's do that. And that's off. So we have a nut on the crank right there. I'm gonna turn that until there's a mark in there that I have to line up. And then this mark right here has to line up with this mark. So, you look down in there, there's a line with a T. Okay? And if you look, right there, our marks are lined up on the camshaft. So I'm gonna make a couple revolutions of the engine to make sure it stays lined up, make sure everything stays good. And then we'll go to checking valve clearances. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I think the timing marks line up. I think we're good there. So let's check our valve clearances. Alright, so what I'm doing, using that feeler gauge with 2/1000ths to 5/1000ths. I have 0.203, so I think it'll be alright. So I have to back that nut off and adjust that center stud until it gets tight on that feeler gauge. And then I tighten the nut down. Just a little tight in there, not too tight though. I can still move it. Now, get it out of there. Okay. Now I have to do the bottom. All right, let's see what happens now. We'll turn this key on. We don't have a battery, so we're gonna jump it off of the van. Let's see, we're gonna hook the ground to here. Key on run. Let's see now. So I'm thinking maybe I got that throttle, that slide in that carburetor wrong or something. Maybe that's why it's idling so high. So I'm gonna take that back off and reevaluate that. Alright, so we have a new starter, new carburetor, new spark plug. We set the clearance on the valve to 0.068. It's supposed to be 0.07, but I didn't have a feeler gauge 0.07, so sitting here idling. Oh, let's go take it for a ride. Let's go play on it. Here we bought this $25 Chinese four-wheeler off the marketplace. We replaced the starter, bought a new carburetor, put some shocks on it that I had. Still needs a battery. We fixed the shifter. We set the clearance on the valves. Got a little bit of white smoke, but I bought a seat for it, but it was the wrong one. And we need a gas cap. We don't have brakes. But it's sitting here idling. That's gonna do it for this video. And if you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.